Hello everybody, today I'm going to try and recreate my street at night in Blender. And I'm going to show you first my street and then the process on how I did this scene. I hope you like it. Let's get started. So we are in here in Blender and I'm going to show you how I created this scene real fast. So here is one of the versions. I used planes with an emission strength to create my background and give it some light. I'm going to actually disconnect all the fill lights. Okay, so now we are in complete darkness. Almost the only thing that has light is the buildings, and I'm going to show you in a second how I did that. But first, let me just quickly start to get our background back, our images back. So here it is. This is just a plane with an image and normal PNG JPEG image. So here it is. And now the side ones. So here you can clearly see in the buildings that we are getting some more lights, and the right one. So there we have actual another fill. And this is the main lighting of our scene. And I'm going to show you now how I created the material in here real fast. And so in here, this is to control our color, and this is to control the strength of our background. And here is a little trick. We don't want to have all the parts of our background emitting lights. So that's why I used color ramp in here. And so in here is our normal PNG image, and this is the levels. So let me just show you what the mask does. So here, as you can see, there is almost nothing emitting lights. But as I go back here, you can see what is emitting light. So the white parts that are going to emit more lights. And yeah, so this is how I did, and I controlled the parts that I want to emit light from the image. Okay, so now let's see how I actually did the buildings. So the buildings, as you saw in the beginning of the video, I actually just took pictures from my phone outside, and then I just used a simple technique that you can watch a billion of tutorials about this, but I just extruded the parts of the buildings that were relevant. So here it is, this is the plane, and then I just cube projected. What is going to happen is that in here in the UV projection, you are going to be able to pick which parts of our plane it's being projected. So in here you can see I did a lot of loop cuts because I wanted to have everything cut out from the windows and the balconies, the roof. The roof is actually trash because we don't actually see it on camera much, so I cheated. Another thing that I did was just add a simple character, and it's free. I'm going to leave the link down below so you can check. And then I just added these street lights, and I started adding the complementary lights. And I'm going to show you now that first is the light that it's going to be on the side of our character. It's this light, which is kind of orange like the windows. The other lights, so in here you can see our character, it's being lit on this side, and then some point lights on our lamps. And this is just the only thing that I did to light my scene. So now the last step was adding some light to our window, and this was actually made just like the background. I actually duplicated our house in here and selected in edit mode the windows, and I created a separate object from it. And so from that, I actually created our new texture with the same material as our house. and I just added some nodes to emit light, so and change the color. So in here you can control the color, the saturation, and in here is the same from our backgrounds. You can control better which parts are going to emit more light, and our strength in here, as you can see. And this is basically what I did to add some contrast from the backgrounds and make it more realistic and more appealing. And you can do this with different backgrounds. So in here you can see we have a complete different light setting, and I adjusted the material from the background, the mask, so it would fit better. And I also changed it in here our key lights, so they were a bit stronger. Last thing was just adding some props, so I added a car, and I added here a sidewalk, and then a road, a simple road material that I got from Megascans, and that was it. You can actually just put more things if you want, so you can create a more interesting scene. But I just wanted to show you how you can create this really fast scene and get away with lazy modeling and lazy props and still have some good looking images. And yeah, I hope you liked it. Please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.